Solving inequalities. For the most part, when you solve an inequality, it's still the same as solving an equation. You still have the same goal. Get the variable alone on one side of the inequality sign. You're still going to use inverse operations to reach your goal. So here are all of the operations and their inverses. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other side. And if you have a multi-step inequality, to remember which inverse operation to use first, you use order of operations in reverse. So we're going to use SADMAP. Now, I said that solving an inequality is like solving an equation for the most part. And when we're solving using addition or subtraction, it is just like solving an equation. We want to get the variable by itself. We're subtracting 54. So the opposite is to add 54 to both sides. P, bring down the inequality, and you're going to get negative 21 plus 54. The signs are different, so you subtract the numbers, keep the sign of the number with the greater absolute value. So you're going to get positive 33. Over here, subtract 4 on both sides. Z, bring down your inequality, is greater than or equal to negative 9. Same sign, add the numbers, keep the common sign. When we solve an inequality using multiplication or division, that's when things change up a little bit. So let's try these. Divide by 3 on both sides. X is greater than negative 7. And over here, multiply by 5 on both sides. X is less than or equal to 30. You could always double check these to make sure that you have the right answer. This is saying any number greater than negative 7. When you plug in here, we'll give you a number that's bigger than negative 21. So let's say I put in 0. 3 times 0 is greater than negative 21. And 0 is greater than negative 21. So I know I did it right. Now, here we have negative 3x is greater than negative 21. If I just follow the rules that I've been following and do the opposite of multiplying by negative 3 and divide by negative 3, I'm going to end up with x is greater than 7. So let's check our work. Pick a number that's greater than 7. So I'm going to pick 10. And if I plug in 10 here, negative 3 times 10, that has to be greater than negative 21. Well, negative 30 is not greater than negative 21. Something went wrong here. I did the math correctly, but what happened is that negative 30 is not greater than negative 21. Negative 30 is actually less than negative 21. What happens is when you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative, you have to remember to flip the inequality sign. Let's go ahead and write that down. When multiplying or dividing both sides of an inequality by a negative number, you must flip the sign. So important to remember that it's what you do to both sides. Because again, coming back to this example, we divided both sides by a positive 3. The sign stayed the way it was. Didn't matter that this 21 was negative. It's what you do to both sides determines whether or not you're going to flip that inequality.